Welcome back. My name is Michael. Thank you for clicking on this video. We're going to be talking about something today which is profound. It changed my life. It's changed countless other people's lives. And look, it may not be for you because there's a time and a place for everything, and it's tough to emotionally and logically wrap one's head around this concept. It's a concept by Alexander Lowen, who is a psychologist, psychoanalyst, and he was a descendant of the late great Freud, Sigmund Freud, going down through Wilhelm Reich, and then there's Alexander Lowen, if you've heard of those two gentlemen. The point is, here's the concept. I'm going to draw it two ways. I'm going to draw a diagram explaining, this is his explanation of what happens, how we react to things, what happens in a human entity when we react to things. So, at our core, we have love. This first one, I'm going to draw most of us. The situations we most often find ourselves in. The being of most of us today. The second layer is the emotional layer. Emotion. And in most of us, we've got a lot of fear, anger, pain, doubt. So we've got fear, anger, pain, doubt. And then we've got the muscular layer. And this is where most of us, in fact, 99% of us have something called chronic muscular tension. What does that mean? Chronic muscular tension. What chronic muscular tension is the idea that here's the thing, if you strengthen a muscle and you work it out every single day, the muscle will get bigger and tighter. It'll strengthen, right? In chronic muscular tension, what happens is your muscular system gets into a position where you become a certain way. So, if for 20 years of your life you write on desks like this, the front half of your body, these muscles over here, will automatically, because you're working them so much, become tighter, become stronger, and hold you in this position. So, what happens when we walk around in this position? Number one, it's not physically good for you, good for your spine, but emotionally it's not good for you. Because how do you feel when you do this? Try it. How do you feel? You feel shit, you feel shy, you feel demotivated. And then how do you feel when you do this? You feel alive, you feel like a king, like a goddess, you feel, you know? So, there's a difference. Now, getting back to the diagram, we've got chronic muscular tension, which means that in your muscles, they hold you in a certain way, which holds you in a certain emotional way. So let's say you've got this muscular tension here, this chronic muscular tension in the front of your body. That will hold you in a position where you're not able to express pride, express strength, express yourself, express all of yourself. So that's the second layer. And then the outer layer is the ego. And here we'll have projection, we'll have rationalization, we'll have, what else will we have here? Self-conscious, blame, mistrust, denial. Here we'll put denial here. Blame. We've got all these things. So, let me explain why this is important. Here I am. Here you are. And, oh no, let me take you out of the equation. Here is your parents, right? And they want to give you love. And you're over here. So to give you love, everything, every action, Alexander Lowen says, comes from love. It comes from love. So to give you love, it has to go through love, and then the first layer. The first layer is the emotional layer. But if the person who's giving you love is fucked up, like most of us are, it'll go through fear, anger, pain, and doubt. So we'll inflict that. So let's say I want to give you love, and I see that you're going out and going to parties. But because I'm afraid of what might happen, because I have anger, because I never had the confidence to go to parties, I will feel resentment, right? It goes through my chronic muscular tension, right? I feel the emotion, but it's not fully expressed. It's held back. And then it goes through my ego. So I'll project onto you what I had when I was a child. So let's say or to the child here, whoever this is. Let's say I never had the confidence to talk to people of the opposite sex. Then I might want to give you love, but I see you talking to the people of someone of the opposite sex, and I get jealous of your confidence. So I rationalize, I project, I blame, I say, hey, stop that. You're fucking, you're a pussy, whatever. Do your homework if I'm talking to my child, let's say. Usually this happens from parents to children. Parents want to show the children love, but what do the children get? They get fucked up. So the love goes through all these layers, and then it fucks this person up. Conversely, this person trying to receive love, if you give this person a compliment, first thing that happens, let's say you say nice shirt, it goes through the first ego layer. Denial, blame, rationalization, projection, mistrust, denial. Denial's a big one here. Nice shirt, it's like, oh no, it's nothing. Or nice shirt, well, it could be nicer, all these things. Or nice shirt, oh, is he saying that to manipulate me? Nice shirt, oh, he's just saying that to embarrass me. He actually thinks it's a shit shirt, he's being sarcastic. Fuck you, So that's the first layer. It's tough to get through that first layer. But this is love trying to get in. Love wants to get in, and it gets cut off by the first layer. And then, let's say you do get through the first layer. And then there's chronic muscular tension. If I say, hey, you look great, or if I say, hey, you look great, it's a difference. It's because the second time I said it, when I said, hey, you look great, I'm using my body, I'm feeling the emotion. The emotions happen in the body, in the physical body, and through the muscles. When I do that, you feel it. How do you feel? When you feel an emotion, when you feel joy, wow. You feel, your body does things, you smile, the muscles contract, right? But if you have chronic muscular tension, the joyous feeling comes into you and then is halted because your muscles are tense and you feel nothing. So, if you have chronic muscular tension, you're not going to be able to feel and receive love. So let's say we do break through that barrier, and then there's the emotional barrier. And when we get there, you receive love, but you feel fear. You receive love, but you feel shame, pain, anger, all these things. And then finally, if we break through all the layers, you get the love. But we've got so many layers which prevent us from giving and receiving love. So, what the aim is to be in a situation where the emotions are positive emotions. Positive emotions doesn't mean all positive emotions. Sadness is a healthy emotion to feel. So sadness and joy, let's put joy. Sadness and joy, very healthy emotions to feel. So sometimes something will make you feel sad. Alexander Lowen doesn't say only feel positive things, but feel everything. But feel it in a constructive manner. So we've got sadness and joy. On the muscular layer, the idea is to break chronic muscular tension and have a healthy muscular system. And then on the ego layer, it's important to have an ego. It really is, because without an ego, we're just floating pieces of jellyfish in the world. He says it's important to have an ego. And in the ego, we have the three selves: self-conscious, self-assertion, and self-control. So, self-conscious, if I know that these actions are going to hurt you, I might delay them. I don't suppress them, I delay them. Self-assertion, if I know something's wrong or if I know something's bad, I can assert myself and say, look, this is the way it is. It's healthy. It's not aggression. It's not, hey, you know, fucking beating the shit out of someone. It's, hey, look, this is wrong. This is the way it is. Blah, blah, blah. This is the way I feel. A self-assertion. And self-control, finally. Certain situations, we've got to have self-control. If we're at a funeral and we realize, let me give you a better example. If we've got a group of people making fun of you, you will get angry. You will feel anger, sadness. A lack of self-control might lead to you breaking into tears or beating everyone up or trying to. But with self-control, you can feel the emotion and you can get out of that social situation and then express the emotions in different ways. So, we've got these two different people. We've got this fucked up person, most of us are on this spectrum, and we've got this, you know, perfect ideal, none of us are on this spectrum. So, the idea, what Alexander Lowen says, is instead of trying to work with the ego and trying to work with these, you know, ideas and going to psychoanalysis sessions, psychotherapy and so on and so forth, there's value in changing the muscular layer here. Why? Well, when you break through this, you break through the ego layer. So, if you're forced to feel something, your mind can't deny you're feeling it. So, that's why we've got things like bioenergetics, any kind of movement in the body, breath work, holotropic breath work, yoga, you know, any kind of cathartic experience where you go for a run, screaming, all these different things are just tools to break through the layer of the ego. So instead of working like most psychoanalysts do, which is, what are you thinking, what are you thinking, what are you thinking, and then trying to link it to, what are you feeling, what are you feeling, what are you feeling, that's tricky, because you don't know what's your ego and you don't know what's your true self. But if we break into the muscular layer and we break down the chronic muscular tension, that's when magic happens, and that's when you can express all of your love and receive all of the love. So yeah, to conclude, the idea here, it's a very complex, you know, there's a few books about this stuff, but to wrap it up, the idea is that everything's an expression of love. So next time someone says to you something which triggers you, understand that it's an expression of love. It's just going through their layers of bullshit. Next time you feel a sad or you feel a negative feeling, understand that it's trying to be love. And that's the first takeaway. The second takeaway, or thing I'm trying to say, is that instead of trying to change your thought, change your body, change your physiology. And I'm making another video on this, which is going to be tomorrow's video. The idea is that action changes an emotion. Logic cannot change an emotion, but action will. You don't become motivated, then do the thing. You do the thing, then become motivated. So the idea that changing the muscular tension can break through the layers of the ego. So, if you're interested, check out Alexander Lowen, his book Bioenergetics or Fear of Life. They're both great. And thank you very much for watching. Express all of yourself and have a wonderful rest of your day or night or morning. Thank you.